Oh my God. Welcome to Give It a Bite. We have so much fun on this show. It's just never the same. But thank you guys for joining us again. Bring up my host, Zachary Mitchell, my brother, please, so he can behave. Give it up.
They say it's never a dull moment.
Brother, it's so nice to see you again. Listen, before we get started, I got a call before the show was getting ready to start. I had to let her go because I say I got to get ready for the show, But I just want to share this testimony because, and there she is. She's the first one to sign in, Val. She gave me a testimony, and I was thinking about um, what we were talking about, how we really don't understand where we come from and how far we are and how blessed we really are. And she was just in the store one day and she just blessed this homeless person with $20. And $20 was like she gave the lady $2,000. But she didn't know that how much she was really struggling until today. And she called her and asked her for $100 to help pay her rent. And you know how you was telling us we got to be careful when we're trying, giving our pearls to the swine. We don't know who's telling the truth and da 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 da. She said, but her spirit told her that she should help the young lady. Well, come to find out, the young lady is a nurse. She left North Carolina, where you are, to come to Florida running from an abusive husband. And she took the risk just to be free. And so she's a nurse and she's trying to get on her feet. But I make a long story short, this was a eye opening to us because we take it for granted that we have water to take a bath. We have a place to lay our head. We have food to eat. We have a car to drive. She don't even have a car. She's under all types of government assistance. So I just wanted to share with the audience today. Be grateful and content where God has you. And I promise you, this is a story for someone else to show God's faithfulness. So I just wanted to share that today. So, brother, listen, our guest today, she is amazing. I love her so much. But I want you to talk about the subject that we're going to talk about today. Be true to you. What does Jesus say about that?
Well, it's very clear in Proverbs 23:7. He said, as a man thinketh, as he thinketh in his heart. Now, it's counterintuitive because the heart is an organ that makes the blood flow. But we relate it to the brain, and that's a function of the brain to think. But as a man thinketh in his soul, his spirit, so is he, right? So the other part of that is like James said, well, if you don't do what the Lord tells you, it's like looking at yourself in a glass and beholding yourself and forgetting what kind of person you are. So the world says it like this, like what's his name? Shakespeare. He
Uh-huh.
said, to thine own self be true. You
Uh-huh.
got a lot of people pretexting to be somebody that they're not. They'll go to a club, they don't have a dime in their pocket, and then they'll play as if they are all that and they pumped up.
Yeah.
Then come to find out they're busted, right? And just like the testimony you gave. On
Yeah.
the other hand, you got people that are self-deprecating. They didn't have to tell you that she has a skill, that she's a nurse. She's got a lot of earning potential. So
Yeah.
what the Lord wants you to do is to not be, well, in the world we call it faking the funk. Be true to yourself, right?
Right.
So as a man thinketh in his heart,
Yeah.
so is he.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute.
I know it's
You
something.
got the mic, man.
I give it a mic, give it a mic. And I didn't tell the audience, those who have never come on Giving the Mic, listen, Giving the Mic is to motivate, inspire, and
That's
cultivate your
right.
gifts to reach your highest potential. And so our guest is going to motivate you today, inspire you, and cultivate all the gifts that you have. She's going to tell you exactly what inspired her to do what she does. But before you hear from her, we're going to have our commercial. And when we come back, you're going to hear our very special, special guest.
Thank you so much for inviting me out, girl. I've been so stressed.
Girl, you're so welcome. But listen, who did your hair?
Oh, all dolled up.
What is that?
All Dolled Up is a series of stores and salons all throughout South Florida. I get my hair silked out every month. I can do that because I'm part of the Texture Club.
Girl, well, I need to get to All Dolled Up and sign up for this texture club. You look amazing.
And cheers to that. A beautiful journey. I've always dreamed of an exciting, passion-filled career in the beauty industry. When enrolled in Cosmo School, it was amazing. After all, beauty was my thing, but I knew it was just the beginning. Next, I needed to find a salon home that was going to help me take it up a notch. aducareer.com showed me the way. Teamwork, branding development, coaching, product knowledge, and more. The apprentice training program changed my life. Find out more about the amazing possibilities.
Ain't done no way.
Okay, let's what we be quiet, Seth, before we get distracted. This is her promo. Oh, there she is. Here is our special guest, Angela Warren. Give it up for Angela Warren from BTrue2U. Welcome, Angela.
Thank you for having me. Hello, hello, hello. It is a pleasure to be on your platform.
Thank you so
Proud of
much.
you, though.
Well, you know, you had a lot to do with pushing me to do this, and I have enjoyed it every minute. And I just want to thank you for motivating, inspiring, cultivating my gift that you saw in me that I did not see. And I want, you know, I always thank my brother for giving me the courage and pushing me because I was so nervous, so nervous. But Give Me the Mic is on and we're doing it. We're meeting so many great people and especially you, Angela. You are doing some great things out there and we want to hear all about what you're doing and how God has inspired you with this new project that is going on. So, talk to us about the coloring books and how did it get started, Angela?
Okay. And so the coloring book started for healing for myself. When you go through so many things and you're trying to hold on to your peace, you're trying to hold on to your sanity, it is hard, right? But because of the love of God, because I know Him, He began to speak to me. And in the midst of Him speaking to me, I started coloring. First, He started me to solo walking and just loving on myself, spending some quality time with myself on the beach, walking and taking myself out on a date. And then I went back to coloring. I used to color maybe about 2012, then I stopped. But what people fail to realize that coloring is very therapeutic. It keeps you grounded, it calms your nerves, it also starts you back to being creative. And so when I started coloring, I was coloring in other people's books. But in the midst of it, God created a coloring book for adults. And from coloring books for adults about self care, about healing, tools to use, and things that we can do that we can love on ourselves. And then from that, we did the brown girls coloring books, girls to see them look like themselves, hair like them, complexion like them. And also, we took it another step higher that they can see themselves in any career. So
Oh,
from little brown girls, we created Men of the Future for our young boys can also see themselves as pilots, as doctors, as lawyers, as whatever, just dream to be astronaut, be anything besides thinking they can only be a rapper or an athletic player. And so that's what our book is to see. You build confidence at an early age to show you there's people that look like you that do these things. And then we took it another step further that we created a couples book because a lot of people dream to be married. A lot of people want their
Wow.
relationship to be different. And so we did a coloring book for couples, intimate, the intimacy of
Awesome.
as far as date nights, as far as cooking together, working together, in business together. So this book show you living life together, relaxing together, sitting on the couch and watching TV.
Amazing.
So we wanted to show us, it's created for us, it's created by us, and it's made for us. And so that's how the coloring book started, Miss Bailey. It started through
Wow.
me fighting to be whole, fighting to not allow circumstances and situation to come and steal who I thought I was. And so it seems so simple, and people feel like coloring, you're a kitty, but coloring also help you dream. It bring back that inner childhood. Who told you that you was too old to color? Who told you you was too old to dream? Who told you you was too old to use your imagination? And so this is how the BTrue2U stream of coloring books came to be.
Wow, amazing. That is awesome, Angela. I'm so excited about when I saw it. I was just so excited. I said, this is it.
Yeah.
This is it. You're gonna be able to touch every person. Every person, it's gonna keep growing because you're gonna find other things that people need in therapy through
Yeah.
coloring.
I want to add that our coloring book is not just coloring book. They have affirmations and quotes.
Oh my God.
So we're just all about building you up. We're all about motivating you. So there is an affirmation that you can speak that lines up with what page you're coloring.
You're
And
coloring.
yeah, and it's just
Amazing.
remind you to love you, remind you to choose you, remind you to put God first, remind you to trust God. And so that's what it's all about.
Be true to you. I'm so excited. I'm telling you, when I saw it, I said, this is it. This is it. This is going to touch so many lives, so many lives. Listen, my brother sent me a picture, and my nephew is actually standing in front of your uncle, who is a civil rights leader, correct?
Yes,
John
ma'am.
Lewis.
Yes, ma'am.
And that clicked to me that is why you are like you are, such a leader, such a rebel, gathering people up, fighting for civil rights. And could you pull up that picture, Woody? That's where you got that from. And my nephew is actually right there with your uncle. Amazing how things just come around in a circle. And I don't know how my brother found this picture. How did you find this picture, Zach, while Woody is looking for it?
I was looking for it.
Huh?
I
You
was
was
looking for it.
you was looking.
That's how I found it. I was looking for it.
No. How did you find it before you were looking for it for the show? You
That's
know what I'm
impossible
talking about.
because you can't find something you can't look for. I was looking for it. I
You-
knew that
oh, you knew that.
Lydia had some pictures from
Uh huh.
way back,
Uh
and
huh.
it was just stuck away. I said, "That's John Lewis and my nephew." Are you kidding? And then I
Oh,
found out that Ms. Warren, that was her uncle. I said, "Man, this is crazy." And that's why when you were talking about dreams, the Lord tells you He visits you, He talks to you in dreams and visions. And we had another guest that says if it's big enough to dream, it's big enough to pursue, right? So when
yeah.
you dream, don't dream no small dream, and don't dream in black and white, right? Back in the day, you were dreaming in black and white. I don't know if people dream in color, but I dream
I
in
do.
3D. And so that's the way I live my life, basing things on those things that are not as
As
though they
though they
were,
were.
right? Keep dreaming. I love that idea you were talking about, a dream, a
Mm.
dream.
Awesome, awesome. This is amazing, amazing. So, Angela, I know you. I've shared with my brother some testimonies that you would share in your book because you wrote a book long time ago.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, I want you to just touch bases on your testimony, how you became who you are to this day.
Okay. Well, first of all, I BTrue2U came alive in 2008. I was called into ministry, and I was thinking to myself, how in the heck am I going to minister? I um I don't dress like them. I don't talk like them. And at that particular time, I didn't even like women as far as friends. So I'm like, God, how did you call me um, to be
Minister to
a
women.
minister? I speak ebonics. I like fashion. I love all the things that they don't see as far as a woman of God. And so I remember God telling me in the prayer closet, Angela, be true to you. And so it's spelled like that. And I'm a sticker on how it's spelled because truthfully, that's how he gave it to me. And
Mm,
so
I
be
love it.
you're not perfect. You got to be able to own up to the good, the bad, the ugly of yourself. Those things that you can't change, you're good. Those things you can change, you put on your big girl panties, your big boy panties, and you deal with it.
Uh-huh.
And so, be true to you is all about just really being authentic and being transparent. Can I tell you, there's many a times that I don't want to be true. There's many a time that I don't want to show up in my nakedness, in my authenticness. But God make me. I feel like He used my life for example. Not an example as a person that's perfect, but an example of a person who go through things, but in the midst of everything she go through, she never turned her back on me. In the midst of everything she go through, she still trusts me. And so a lot of people feel like they're too deep in their mess or they're too messed up for God to use them. And so God allowed me to go through things publicly so people can say, hey, if God used her, if God can turn it around for her, then
Mm,
surely he could do the same for me. And so
mm,
that's how Be True to You came about, in that we be authentic self. We show up as ourselves. And even though being true to you will cause people to use some of your testimony against you, you still have to show up because that is what it's about. It's about witness with my life and not just with my words.
yeah. And like I told you, I always tell you, is a prophet is without honor in his own country. They're always going to see me as Miss Faye. They're going to always see you as Miss Angela. We are going to connect to foreign people, people who have never heard of us,
Mhm.
and see what God is doing in us to help us build the venue. And the vineyard, I meant. And so a lot of times when the people we think are supposed to support us, because those are the ones we have planted so much into, we've shared this same situation.
Mhm.
And I think we both had to push each other to know that we are loved, we are appreciated. Don't worry about the ones who don't support. Look for those who God is going to send to us. And that is what is getting ready to happen. There are so many people out there wishing that things do not fall in place. And
Mhm.
we know that. We
Yeah.
know that, right?
Yes.
And it's the ones that's closest to us. It's
Yeah.
the weirdest thing. And my brother always tell me, he said, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but principalities, rulers of darkness, and spiritual wickedness in high places.
Mhm.
It's always the enemy using people that's the closest to us,
Yeah.
keep us discouraged, to keep us thinking we can't do it. And so I am so proud that you have pushed past that, and you're following your dreams. None of your dreams are stupid. You remember we used to feel like, oh, that nobody gonna want to do that. Nobody
Mhm.
gonna want to hear that. And look, there are people we don't even know. I saw you on, I think it's YouTube or somewhere. You got all these subscribers and doing life with Angela.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
And then I could just hear from who is Angela? Who is Angela? But people coming on there that don't know you love to watch you. But
Yeah.
it's the people who know you the most don't want to hear your story.
Right.
They want to hear what you're doing. What you think about that?
I found that, like you said, they always say a prophet's never received in their own home. And I think for me, I lived a life of rejection, and it just came to me as why my clarity in August 15th to be exact. I understood why I always felt like I was not wanted. I understand now why I felt like I was a misfit. I understand why I felt like I was never accepted. And I think that thing had to happen, although it broke my heart, although it shattered me, although it made me second guess who I was. It had to happen so God can solidify who He created me to be. It's not about what's around me, it's not about who's around me, but it's what He placed in me. And so now I realize that spirit of rejection, it wasn't coming from the outside, Miss Bailey. It was coming from those, like you said, that I love, those that I care for, those that I thought cared for me. And when God let you know that you never missed it, you never missed it. Those feelings, those emotions, they was real. But here's this thing: I still created you. I still called you. I still have purpose for you. And so now I think that was God can do anything, but I think that was the straw that I needed to be broken so that I don't look back. So I don't try to make people be my people, because when people don't receive you, they're not your people. No matter where you go, when you're speaking and they don't receive you, those are not who God has called you to speak to. So, like the word, dust the dust off your feet and keep on
Keep
moving.
it moving.
So that has let me know that He's given me wisdom. He's given me the spirit of discerning, that I was not missing it. I just had it, my emotions too caught up in it. And so
Yeah,
now that I know that God has called me, I know God has stamped His approval on me. It does not matter what people say. I'm to that place where it does not matter
woo!
what
You
people say.
have got to that
I know
peaceful
that if you didn't receive me, I wasn't for you. But there's people with my name on it that God has placed me to bring them over, me to help deliver them, me to water the seed, me to plant the seed, for him to grow the seed. And so I now know, if you don't receive me, you're bad, not mine. I now know not to try to force myself in any one circle or anyone. I now know that God has a people for me. And most of the time, Miss Bailey, if not all of the time, those people are strangers.
I know. I know they are. And that man right there, my brother, that he always tell me I want a cash app because I always tell him how much I love him and appreciate him. But he would call me all the time when I was in that place. Girl, don't you know who you are? God said this about you. God promised this about you. You need people like that on your corner.
Yeah.
And
But
my brother,
we miss it thinking that people on our corners are always going to be family. You're blessed to have that be your brother. You're blessed. But a lot
I
of
am, honey. And he does it to all his siblings, all of us. He reminds us of who God said we are and what God promised. Oh my God, the promises of God. We have to learn how to stand on the promises of God and not get distracted by what the enemy say we are. When the enemy say we are something, we need to say we're not.
Amen.
And when he say we are not something, we have to say we are something.
Amen.
We gotta always be the opposite of what he said. What you guys say about that, brother? I know you
You
got.
know what? The whole idea of self-deprecation is exactly what she just espoused. Right?
Uh-huh.
Isaiah, the Lord asked, He said, "Who will go for us? Who can we send?" And Isaiah said, "Lord, I'm a man of unclean lip, but here I am. Send me." And then a cherubim went on the altar and got a live coal and put him on his lip. So you got to be careful. Because when you tell the Lord you're willing to go, He goes do what you said. He goes straighten you out. And it
Mm-hmm.
might be some live coal on your
Oh
lips.
my
You
God.
cannot go and talk and speak. But this is the thing. A lot of people got you believing that God works with lots of numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Not true. Tell me one person you know of that didn't have flaws that the Lord chose.
Mm-hmm.
Not
Not
one.
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 And even in Isaiah 53, he said Jesus himself was not comely, contrary to how they try to paint an image of who he is. He was not comely of any he was denied of any beauty that we should behold him. He was smitten of men. We rejected him. Are you kidding? And what makes you above your master?
Mm-hmm.
Come on
Amen.
now. It might not be but 5 people at New Pilgrim Baptist Church. It might be 2 people up in there. TDJ and said he spoke at a church for 20, 15, 20 years, and it was only 20 to 15 people in there.
See that?
and he had to trust them. And there you go, right? The rest is history. So
Yeah.
don't get caught up about numbers. Lord, I've been here for 4 years. I ain't got number 5 members. Okay, whatever. Whatever. But the Lord chooses those things that are foolish to men, right? He takes
Yeah.
the foolish thing to confound the wise, how he can take somebody out of 4 hills. Y'all don't know what 4 hills is all about, see? But
That's where
is
we
it
from.
anything good could come out of 4 hills?
Yes, we
Okay.
did.
So you see what I'm saying? So I
Yes.
mean, I'm not ever gonna. So I was broken from that. I didn't care if it was 5 people, 2 people. When I go into the prison, I told them, I said, you couldn't be here unless the Holy Ghost drew you anyway. So
Mhm,
you here for a particular purpose. You
mhm.
could have been in the dorm doing whatever y'all doing that. I know what y'all do. He said, bro, Mitch, how you know what I do? Because I've been doing this for 30 years. I know exactly what y'all do. I need a honey bun so I can get a haircut. They were laughing.
But Angela, listen. Um, you and I, we share the same career. We love to do hair. Tell us about what inspired you to go back to do hair sometimes. Because, people would think I'm not doing hair. I do hair, everybody. I
I
do
know.
hair.
I just post a post. Why y'all think I don't do hair? That's the only way I can make a living. I do hair. Although you wouldn't think I do hair because the clients about like 9 or 10. I'd be like, where y'all at? I do hair. Hello. It is all I
Because
do.
they see us doing so many other things.
I
So
think
we're
that's
going to
what it
make
is.
the announcement today that we are still
We're still
doing.
cosmetologists. We're a master stylist, people.
Let's put a
Master
plug.
stylist.
Tell them where you are, Angela, and I'm going to tell them where I am.
Well, I am in the good old city of Lauderhill. I'm at 4200 Northwest 16th Street, Suite 631 in Lauderhill, Florida. Y'all, I'm there. Okay, call me 954-298-0183.
Put that up,
Put
954.
that up there, Woody.
You
Yeah.
know, I'm old school, so don't go looking for to sign up on the line. You got to call or text me. Okay, I need to hear your voice. Okay, I'm old school. I've been doing this for 40 years. Okay.
Wow.
Oh God! Oh God!
Yes.
And when I see people that I used to do their hair, they say, "You still do hair?" I
I
say, "Yes, I
do.
still do hair."
I
Please call me.
Somebody asked me that last week. I was like, well, what else have I been doing besides hair? Even when I move out of the state, I am still doing hair.
I
But
know.
the other day, I had to go and put in a job application at Dillon because they don't think I do hair. So I'm like, well, I got to do something because, yeah.
There
Sister
you go.
be
The
sister
number
be
is
doing
up
her
there, right?
craft till she like 100 until somebody fade is way up here.
Yes,
Like,
that
wait a
part.
minute, Miss Sister
Yeah,
Mitch, what you doing?
honey,
Oh Lord.
that we
Where are
still
you, Miss
do
Bailey?
hair. Yes, 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 yes.
I
So
still do hair.
okay, he put the number up there, so hopefully they'll start calling.
Okay,
So
but I do hair. I don't do weave. I do hair.
you
There's a
know what? Let me tell you, don't start talking about weed because that be talking about the people be putting mops on their head. He made my sister take her wig off one
I
day.
can't stand no
Take
thing.
that
difference.
mop off your head.
Cause God gave you that beautiful thing. And
Miss
look,
Bailey,
and guess what? Other cultures try to mimic you because
they
you got
do.
so much flexibility.
Yeah, they do.
All
Uh-huh.
they can do is do this and do that. Y'all can do all sorts of crazy stuff.
Right, right.
Do
We,
all of that. Do
we
all
the
of that.
real stylists
Do
from
all of
way
that.
back.
Y'all
But
remember
they
y'all
still
do
using a
all
hot
that
comb.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
and
still
do all
using
of
those
that.
Marcel irons.
Yeah.
Yes.
Miss Bailey, can I add to the people to let them know that I created a space, a safe space. It's called Breathe and Brew, where
Okay.
ladies can come and just be. It's almost like an AA meeting. We sit in a circle and we just share, right? It's not
Uh-huh.
about a speaker. It's not about me. It's about whoever feel like they are led to share. And in the midst of it, you pour out and you pour into others. And as you pour out into others, others pour into you. And it's a space where a woman can let down her hair and just be. Don't
Wow.
pretend to be anything or anyone or carry anything. And we have those things what we call breathable moments, where we teach a woman how important it is to stop, stand still, and breathe. And so that's what we do. We just come, cough, have coffee, have tea, have me, a little bite to eat, and just enjoy each other and allow you to feel safe. And so we do that every other month.
Right.
And January 24th is the third meeting that we had.
Right.
And I thought I was going to just do it one and done, but the lady was like, please do it again. And at first they was like, do it every month. I was like, I can't commit to every month, but I will do it every other month. And
Right.
so far, so good. And we have at least 20 women. The first time we had 32 women,
I
which
know.
was amazing because I'm thinking it was just maybe like 5 or 10. And what I love about it is that we just come comfortable, casual, and come with realness. We don't want people to come to be spectators. We don't want you to come just to come. Come to give, come to release, come
Open
to
up.
receive, come to be restored, come to be renewed. I promise if you do come, it will make a difference in your life.
Right. And I remember you used to have those retreats where we come, you take us out to the beach and we have picnics on the beach. You still do those events?
I'm starting back. You go through things in life and you think again, okay, do people need this? Is it anything that we
Yes, I used to love that.
Yeah,
But
but God has showed me, and just like you said, it's not about the numbers. I learned that a couple years ago. My last struggle, stronghold was this year of family, and God broke that off me. So I feel like now He's calling me to go to the next level in those things He called me to.
okay. Well, here we have Breathe and Brew and Coffee Tea Conversations. This is January 24th, 2026, 10 to 12 p.m. 24th. That date sounds familiar. I don't know what's going on the 24th. I might be down there.
Okay,
I'm
that
not
would be great.
I think I have to come down there for a ribbon cutting for the Quarter Springs location on that date. What? And this is going to be 10 o'clock. So
Yes, ma'am.
it might can happen. I will be trying to get to this. And Angela, before we end, I want you to take we over the time, but it's okay. I want you to take about 2 minutes just to motivate, inspire, and cultivate our audience gifts to reach their highest potential. Just take a few minutes to just motivate somebody to be in the place of where you are of peace.
I know you heard this before, and you might even shared it with someone else, but I don't think you realize that this is exactly for you. That greatness created you. Greatness is in you. Greatness is for you. Great you are. I want you to know the life you're going through, those things that you're enduring. God chose you. The enemy can't do anything without God allowing it. And he built you for this. This life that you're living, it was created just for you. You was built for this life. And all those things that you endure, you can handle it. So keep walking in confidence. Keep your head up and put your shoulders back and look unto the hill, which is your help. Your help comes from the Lord, not those around you. And I know you felt like a misfit. I know that you felt like you didn't have a purpose, but baby, can I tell you, you was the designer original. God created you for such a time as this. Move forward, take a deep breath, and relax and embrace who God has created you to be.
Hallelujah.
Woo!
That's
Hallelujah!
cash out right there.
Ooh, we give you.
Amen.
I want to give us some bells and whistles. Angela, thank you so much for coming. I mean, I really enjoyed this. I know my brother did. You got anything to say before we go off, brother?
Uh, you don't want a Picasso, you don't put no more paint on it.
Okay, okay, okay.
That's it.
I
That's a
mean, we got some
masterpiece.
good responses to this broadcast, Angela. Thank you for bringing it on to us. And we're going to pass the mic back to you guys out there. And we hope that you were inspired, motivated, inspired, and cultivated to reach your highest potential today. We love you. We'll see you again next week, Sunday, 6 o'clock at the same place. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, like and share. I have to learn how to say that like you, Angela, so I can get some more subscribers.
Like, comment, and share.
What do you say?
Like, comment, subscribe, and sharing is caring. So don't forget to share.
Okay, you gotta give me that so I can say it so we can get us some more subscribers. But thank you guys for coming. We love you and see you next week. Bye bye.